Peter Loshak. We are previewing the 2013 NHL playoffs right now. We are talking with Dave Golokhov, regular SBR contributor, senior sports columnist for AskMen.com. Dave, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, we just discussed the Minnesota and Chicago series prices, and maybe we're both uber squares here. We both think there's like decent value with Chicago, even at minus 359. Now we're going to talk about the game one lines. You know, no shock here. Chicago, an enormous favorite, minus 220 at home. This is at Pinnacle. Last line that I've seen, Minnesota's plus 201 on the other side. And, you know, the conventional wisdom in hockey and in baseball is it's always a sucker bet to take, you know, a minus 200 or higher favorite. What do you think? I actually could say, even though I think that the Blackhawks are a great bet to win the series, maybe this is a bit too high. I mean, if Backstrom comes in and, you know, pitches a shutout, Minnesota's going to win.
Yeah, well, yeah, if he pitches a shutout, they're definitely going to win.
Yes.
But I would say for anybody watching this, I would say go back to the first video, the series preview, and you made a point there about the Blackhawks being, I think it was 19th in the money standings in the NHL. And I think that point is very relevant here. I think when you look at them, you know, the series as a whole, you don't worry too much about the day-to-day because you believe they're going to win the series. Now when we're looking at the day-to-day, I think your point about the Blackhawks not being a very profitable team this year is very valid. Now, minus 220 is out of my range for laying anything on the money line. We see it time and time again. You know, the Pittsburgh Penguins have, you know, what is it? They won 17 straight and facing a Buffalo Sabres team that is about to trade away half their team at the trade deadline. Buffalo goes in there and gets the win. You know, the Edmonton Oilers have gone on the road as a huge dog. You know, Columbus, this happens regularly. So laying minus 220 in this spot is off the board for me. The options are a puck line for Chicago if you think they're going to dominate, and given the history of the series in the last couple of weeks, how these two teams have played, puck line is an option. For me, though, I think the under is the best play. Minnesota's having a tough time scoring. And they've been having a tough time scoring all year. I think under is the play that makes sense because Minnesota's offense struggling, Chicago's defense is surprisingly good goaltenders, and you know they've allowed the fewest goals in the NHL. And I think under is the way that I would go in this game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. I think I might be more attracted, though, to like if you get the Minnesota team total under, which would be 2.5 at like, you know, minus 180 or minus 170 or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I think that the one thing that I feel most confident about in this game is that Minnesota won't score a lot of goals.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'm in complete agreement with you. I think if you can get those lines at your sports book, you know, definitely take the team total under for Minnesota. I think that's probably a safer play than the under overall, but, you know, just for the general masses out there who only have the spreads and the money lines, A, go open an account at a sportsbook that has these lines, and B, if you don't have access to those lines at your book, then my next best suggestion would be the under the 5.
So you would like the under. See, I think I would like the Blackhawks on the puck line more than the under, just because, you know, I don't think Minnesota's going to be able to score no matter what happens. And, you know, Backstrom's look kind of iffy, as we've talked about before in some big games. I think I'd rather take the puck line, Chicago minus 1.5, plus 134, than the under 5, which is minus 104 right now.
Yeah, puck line, I'm perfectly fine with the puck line, too. I do think the Blackhawks dominate. Again, the underplay is just focusing on Minnesota, really. Blackhawks have allowed the fewest goals in the NHL. Good defensive team. They're playing at home. Minnesota over the last 5 games, just 8 goals. I don't see them scoring a lot in this game, and I see, you know, Blackhawks maybe 2 or 3-0 type results. So any way you look at it, I think we've pretty much narrowed it. Blackhawks puck line under. And the Minnesota team under as well.
Yes, absolutely. I think we've narrowed it down. Dave Golokhov, thanks so much.
All right.